So last time I talked about how to overcome a sense of not belonging or having not been nurtured as a child, and how to recover using mindfulness and meditation. And this time I'd like to just talk a little bit about the healing process and what happens when we heal. Anybody can heal anybody, and in fact what you're doing when you're using love, compassion and kindness to others in an unconditional way is you're creating an environment where healing is possible. So I don't so much believe that you have one person healing another person, but I do believe that you create an environment where that person can heal and recover. So I've seen many very surprising healings in my time, my last 35 years working with people. There's been some astounding results with people. And I've tried to figure out why and how I can help to make more of an effect on more people. And really, it's not so much what I do, it's probably how I feel when I'm around them. And when I feel that that person is wholly present and wholly possible of healing, and I don't get involved in either negative stories that they have or negative results that they might have from MRI scans or CT scans or X-rays. I look at them and think, yes, that's interesting, but I don't take that as this is the actual fact and this is all there can be. So what I try to do is look at an infinite realm of possibilities around the person and try to feel like amongst all the bad things that they think are happening to them, there are lots of wonderful things that could be happening to them simultaneously. And I know from working in the garden that if you have an unruly sort of tree that's going out of proportion, or something split off, or something's got a disease, you can cut that off and it will then grow again, but that sort of takes time. So when you see something that's not right in yourself, perhaps when you change your attitude and change the environment that you're living in, and by that I mean your emotional environment, then you can actually heal. And it just takes a bit of time, but the cells in your body are supposed to be healing. That's what they're meant to be doing. So there's no reason that they wouldn't heal, except if your emotional self keeps it all squashed down. So when I say the emotional environment, I don't mean about other people that are living with you or that you have in your memories or in your current situation of where you're living, in your extended family or workplace, anything like that. I think I'm talking about your emotional environment in yourself. So regardless of what's happening around you, regardless of what you've been through, regardless of what traumas and tragedies you may have suffered, you can still create a very positive and happy mental state around you. And when you do that, your emotional state also increases. And when your emotions go from a lower frequency to a higher frequency, healing occurs in the cells. That's just how it is. So when you're surrounding yourself with people, if you do have issues, health issues in particular, and if you discuss those health issues in a way that gives you no hope, then you're narrowing down all your possibilities to the negatives, and you're not trying to, you may feel like you're trying to improve, but in fact you're not giving your body a chance to improve, because the cells, they don't care what you're talking about, they just care how you're feeling. So if your cells perceive that you're feeling a better emotion, then healing will occur at some level. But if your cells perceive that you're in a negative state of emotion, or a hopeless state of emotion, or you're frightened of something, then they'll stop healing, and or they'll heal very, very slowly. So the best thing I can say in healing is to try to create around you a positive feeling, and you've got to be a little bit careful not to go into denial, so that you are really feeling terrible inside, but on the outside you're happy and bouncy, but inside yourself you're just tearing yourself apart. That's not good. You need to be inside yourself feeling a good feeling. So if you can't feel good about your situation or the people around you, then try and find something you can feel good about. So try and think of the pets or the garden or or something that you can remember from your past, or some beautiful thing that's happening in the world. Look at videos of whales swimming or something that's free, and try and get the feeling of that. And then when you're truly feeling it inside yourself, and you can imagine yourself swimming in with those whales and feeling just free and happy and safe, then the cells in your body will respond to that feeling. So when I look at people that come to me for healing, they tell me stories, and I look at them and say, well, I can see all these amazing parts of your energy field that I think are just wonderful, and I'm going to focus on those. And I can help them to eliminate negative parts of their emotional field, but by doing that, you're actually allowing the other bits to recover. So that's how healing really happens. I'm really lucky that I can do that for people, and I understand that dynamic. And of course, I don't know everything about it. I'm learning as I go. But it's an absolute joy to me to be able to help people. So I just wanted to explain that just very briefly so that people can have a little bit more information. It's very hard when people ask me how healings work, because I don't think anyone actually knows how they work, except that I know that when you plant a seed, the seed grows and it flowers and it grows into a tree or wherever it's meant to be, and no one needs to push it around, it just does it. So, but if you put a bucket on the top of it, it won't grow very well. So the same with our emotions. If we put a bucket on our emotions, things all kind of stop. But if we allow ourselves to heal and be happy and see the joy in life, then we'll be okay. Anyway, I hope that helps some of you.